Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you for pressing play today on your favorite podcast, Chiquis and Chill. This is the podcast where you come to, yes, of course, listen, but to learn, to grow, to glow, and to become the best version of yourself. And talking about being the best version of yourself, one of my passions is connecting with my chakras. So that's what this episode is going to be all about. Chakras, what they are, what they aren't, what you can do to connect with your chakras, because we all have them. All right, guys. So let's start off with what chakras are. So chakras are energy points in our body. Just like we have organs that do jobs, chakras help us feel safe, confident, loving, expressive, and connected. Now, what chakras aren't, because I've realized that people confuse them and also don't believe in them. And if you don't believe in chakras, that's fine, but I definitely do. But I will tell you, chakras are not magic, okay? They're not something that automatically fixes your life. You don't just activate a chakra and suddenly everything is healed, okay? They're not about bypassing pain or pretending everything is positive. They don't replace therapy, self-worth, or real life action. You still have to do the work. Chakras just show you where the work is and where the work needs to be done. I'm going to try to make this episode sweet, short, to the point, because I don't want to give you too much information where you feel overwhelmed. But if you feel called after listening to this episode to work a little bit with your chakras now that you know where they are, or maybe you have been working with your chakras and you were doing it differently. Maybe this is a newfound way to work with your chakras and the energy, and that way you just feel better, because I definitely have, which is why I wanted to have an entire episode on Chiquis and Chill about chakras. So there are 7 chakras, and they are the root chakra, which is number 1, the sacral, the solar plexus, your heart chakra, the throat chakra, your third eye, and lastly, your crown chakra. And I'm going to go through them one by one, so don't worry. And we're going to start off with the root chakra, which is located at the base of the spine, okay? Like underneath the booty. This is the chakra that is your safety and stability. This is the chakra that connects with the earth. There are different affirmations that I say for each chakra. For my root chakra, I say, I am connected to the earth, I am strong, and I am stable. When this chakra is balanced, you feel grounded. You feel secure. When it's off, you feel numbness. You feel guilt. You feel worried about financial security. So when you have these thoughts or these feelings, now you know, okay, I have to balance, align, cleanse my root chakra. What can you do to do this? You can walk barefoot, slow breathing, touching that area, putting your hands over that area, and just saying things as simple as, I'm safe. I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm stable, I'm connected to the earth, because that's the chakra that connects you to the earth. When you're meditating or closing your eyes, if you don't meditate, or when you're praying and you're sitting in like a crisscross position, or even sitting down on a chair the way I'm doing now, like you can literally just imagine, close your eyes and imagine roots growing from your bottom down into the earth. And that's what makes you stable. That is one of the most important chakras. I work on my root chakra a lot. So now you know what it's connected to and how you can go ahead and align it. When it's off, you feel anxiety and fear. Now we're going to talk about the sacral chakra. This chakra is located right underneath your belly button. And the best way, the fastest way to align that is always closing your eyes, breathing in and out. My affirmation for this particular chakra is, I am creative. I go with life's flow. I embrace pleasure and abundance. You can use the affirmation that I just shared with you, which is a little more lengthy, or you can do something as simple as, I allow myself to feel. Putting your hands always over that area, which is right underneath, again, your belly button. That's where the sacral chakra lives. And again, this isn't magic, guys. This is stuff that you really have to believe. Those energy points for me, they're there and they're real, because when I do these small things, when I'm feeling these feelings that I just explained to you, I do that and I do feel better. It could be a placebo effect. It's all in the mind, but yes, it is all in our mind. And our mind, as we know, is very powerful. It's really close to your root chakra because they're connected. And obviously, we're all connected. All the chakras are connected, right? But in the sense of feeling secure about yourself, about your sexuality, about your creativity, about the special powers that you have, and that you feel secure in your financial state. Okay. So I work on those two quite a bit with embracing my sexuality, my sensuality as well. So that is connected to emotions and creativity. Okay. When it's balanced, you feel joy, you feel creative. And when it's off, well, you feel numb. So now we're going to move on to the solar plexus. This for me is one that I do almost on a daily basis. This is where your confidence and your power comes from. Okay. And this chakra is located right above your belly button. Okay. This for women is important because that's where we get our power from, the womb. So it's right there. Okay. Again, all of these are connected. They all are there for a reason, and they're connected to also to your organs. So when the energy's flowing and you unblock these chakras, when you're feeling these senses of numbness and guilt and fear and insecurity, confusion, things just start flowing better when you align, when you cleanse. And it's beautiful, especially for women. Solar plexus, ladies, is important. And when it's balanced, you feel confident, you feel motivation. When it's off, you feel self-doubt. And that's something I've dealt with a lot, is self-doubt. Obviously, I know who I am, but then listening to other people's opinions and caring about their opinions and being in this industry and always feeling the pressure of being better and doing more and all this stuff, like it's something I had to just remind myself of who I am and my power. So that self-doubt that we have, that little like negative talk, this is going to be your best friend. Connecting with your solar plexus is going to definitely help you a lot with feeling confident. My personal affirmation is I am confident, powerful, and I can handle all things. Okay. And to align your solar plexus, this is what I recommend. Sunlight. Oh my goodness. The sun is my best friend. When I'm feeling all these things and the self-doubt and I'm not feeling secure about myself, even when I'm feeling great, I go outside and just let the sun hit my face. But sunlight helps, okay, a lot. Posture, breath work. And again, you can use my personal affirmation that I just shared with you, or it could be as simple as I trust myself. You put your left hand over your right hand, okay? And you make a little circle. You can touch your body, or it could just be away from your body a few inches. And you just imagine a sun. It's yellow. This chakra is yellow. That's one thing I forgot. Okay, so the root chakra is red. The sacral chakra is orange. And the solar plexus is yellow. So think of those colors as well when you're closing your eyes and you're meditating. Tell yourself the affirmation. I trust myself. I am confident. I am powerful, and I can handle all things. Right before I go on stage, right before I go into an interview, I recite that. I imagine that beam of light, because that's where our power is. For all of us, especially women, though, our power is in the solar plexus. This is our power right here, right in the tummy area. Okay. And you have to just imagine a big sun. A yellow sun just radiating light. Not only are you radiating light to the world, you're also calling in the light. Solar plexus is like, that's my bestie. Okay, we're going to move on to the heart chakra. Girl, now, that is love and compassion, okay, for yourself and for others. Love is huge, okay? I have a whole episode on love. Obviously, I don't have to explain where the heart chakra is. You know where it's at, right? You know where your heart is, but it's right in the middle, okay? So right in the middle of your chest, where that little bone is, that's where that energy flows, okay? And that particular chakra is green, okay? So imagine the color green when you're closing your eyes and working on that chakra. When the heart chakra is balanced, you feel love. You feel forgiveness. You feel like it's easier to forgive someone. When it's off, you feel pain. You feel resentment. You feel afraid to love. Okay, this was me for a very long time. And even now, I'm not going to lie, there are times when I get scared to let someone in, to love too much, to give too much. Because with love, yes, you are taking the risk of being hurt. That's no way to live. It's always better to just give and be kind and be patient and all of these things that represent love. Now, a way to align this is obviously feeling gratitude. Put your hand on your heart. I do this all the time. I put my hands on my heart and I'm like, oh, I give myself like a little hug. And that's a good way to align it. And you could just say, I choose love. Could be as simple as I choose love. I choose myself. I choose to be a good person. I choose to be kind. It is safe to love and to be loved. One of my longer affirmations is give love to be loved to receive love. Give love to be loved to receive love. I choose love. This is another one. I guess I tap in with these chakras every day, all day, because there's just so many different things that can happen in your life. But this one is kind of like one that I've been hurt so much. My heart has been hurt so much. And I have to choose it every day and say, okay, I choose my partner. It's not perfect. I choose my friends. They get on my nerves sometimes, my siblings too, but I love those mofos, you know? So it's kind of like that, like, all right, cool. We're here. I love myself. You got this, Janae. Give yourself a little hug. And that is a heart chakra. Got to take care of that baby. Okay, moving on to the throat chakra. This one is turquoise blue, okay? And it is where you would think it is, located right in the neck area, right where the Adam's apple is, this whole area here. If you're watching me, if not, cool. But what I do, especially to clear this chakra before going on stage, even not only going on stage, but like speaking, I have to do it when I'm not feeling my best and I come into the podcast to record. I have to clear my throat chakra to make sure I'm communicating. This is your chakra of communication and communicating in the best way possible, always with love. I always say this. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's how we deliver our message. So what I do is I put, again, my left hand over my right. And why I do that is because our left hand is receiving energy. Our right hand, it's basically is where it stops and it does not allow negative energy to come in, right? So you put your left hand over your right and you just take deep breaths. You put it over the area, over your throat, and you just take deep breaths like this. And you blow downward 3 times. Breathing in good energy and you're letting go anything that is blocking that area. So it's good to make that sound of through your nose and out through your mouth. That's a good way to clear it quickly. Why I close my eyes with almost everything when I'm singing, when I'm talking to you guys, when I'm explaining, when I'm doing my energy work is because it takes me to another place. It blocks out everything else and it just allows me to connect with my inner wisdom and I can visualize it, which is why it's so important to do that. When it is balanced, you have clear communication. When it's off, you have fear of speaking, fear of singing, it's fear of speaking your truth. Okay. And what could also help align this chakra, besides what I just showed you, the energy work, is you could just sing a song, let it all out. Journaling also helps. And a short affirmation is my voice matters. My voice matters. You can put your hands over the area or not. My voice matters. Another one is I speak my truth. I live my truth. I speak my truth. I live my truth. Okay, third eye. This is your inner knowing, okay? The eye that is your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom, spiritual connection. It is located in between your 2 eyebrows, okay? And sometimes I do the tapping therapy. You just literally tap the area around your eyes, your eyebrows to awake, to open that particular chakra. This one, when I feel that my intuition's off, I know, okay, I need to tap in with my third eye. It is intuition and insight. When balanced, you feel a lot of clarity, you feel intuitive, you feel sure of what you have to say, of who you are, of where you're going, of your spirituality. You just feel very confident. When it's off, you feel a lot of confusion. So when you're feeling confused about making a decision about a certain someone, you need to tap into your intuition. You need to just literally tap your fingers around where I told you, around your eyebrows, and just wake up. Wake that spiritual inner knowing, that eye that sees and feels things that maybe your physical body can't. Your inner knowing, guys. I trust my intuition. I trust my intuition. And I'm trying to remember my long affirmation for this one, or my personal affirmation, should I say. What is it? Here it is. I am open, intuitive, and self-assured. That is my personal one. I am open, I am intuitive, and I'm self-assured. Now, the last chakra, the crown chakra. Root and crown are, for me, they're all very important, but for me personally are the most important, because the root, like I said, connects you to the earth. It grounds you, it stabilizes you. And the crown chakra, which is located above your head, that is where your power comes from, because it is connected, I feel like, to heaven. So it's the root and the crown, and in between, if those are stabilized and aligned and cleansed, I feel like everything else, all the other chakras, just flow so much better for me. So the crown chakra represents connection and faith. When it's balanced, you feel peace, you feel a sense of purpose, like, okay, yes, I know where I'm going. I know who I am, which I know my way. And when it's off, you feel disconnected. You feel like it's hard to pray. I can't pray. I don't know what to tell God. I feel just lost. Like I'm just walking around, and what's life about? What's life for? When you start having all of those thoughts, that's when you know, okay, wait, I need to go connect with my crown chakra. I need to connect with God. I need to pray. I need to meditate. I really need to connect with myself. My favorite affirmation for the crown chakra is, I surrender. There's the word surrender. I surrender to the wisdom of pure consciousness. You're surrendering to your highest self. You're surrendering to a higher power. You may not have all the answers, but that source does. And that's the one that's going to connect you to your highest self, to your most aligned self. And it's beautiful. If you want a shorter one, the shorter one would be, I am guided. And you kind of do like this. I can't really see it on here, but like you put your hands above your head all the way out, making a bit of a triangle, kind of like in a meditative position. And that's another way to connect with your crown chakra, or just simply, again, close your eyes, meditate, pray, and connect. Intentionally connect and say, I am guided. I have a purpose. I am here for a reason. And I'm telling you guys, this might sound, oh my gosh, I know there could be people here that don't believe in what I'm talking about, and that's fine as well. If it's something you're curious about and always have been curious about, this is an amazing episode to start connecting and understanding when you're feeling certain feelings and emotions, what you can do to connect and to feel better, to make yourself feel better. Simple things, walking barefoot on grass, rubbing your feet together, breathing, intentionally like breathing, having positive thoughts, all that good stuff. Another way you could cleanse your chakras are with crystals. I use crystals for my throat chakra more than anything, like a turquoise crystal. And I just place it. I have to lay down, obviously, so it doesn't fall. And I place it on my throat. And that's another way of just closing your eyes and connecting. You feel something there, like it's heavy. So it helps you just focus on that particular chakra. Another one is for my solar plexus. I don't know the specific name for the crystal itself. You can go to a website and check, and it'll tell you, okay, for my sacral, now that you know what the meanings are and what emotions are connected to this particular chakras, you can just look it up and it'll tell you which crystal you should buy. But I have one that's shaped kind of like a little egg, like a tiny, tiny little egg. And I put it right in my belly button and I lay down and I just let it sit there. And that's how I just connect, or also use it for protection when I'm going to be out around a lot of people. You'll never see it, but it's there. And it's a way of protecting you and protecting your womb and your power. And those are the ones that I use mainly, but there are so many different crystals that you can use to help align and stabilize. And talking about stabilizing, this is another thing that I say. I'm like, cleanse, align, and illuminate me. It's another way. So again, you can cleanse them, align them, and illuminate your own energy points, which are chakras. Well, guys, there you have it. This is the episode all about chakras. If you had any questions, any confusion about them, again, I may not know all of it. I just know what has worked for me. And I've been connecting with my chakras since 2009. That's when I first discovered what chakras were. And the more that I connect with them, the more that I learn, the more that I feel. And I always say this, we are the medicine, guys. We are the magic. We all have it in us. We were born with it. It's just tapping into it and believing it and knowing that we are energy and that we're able to move that energy around. Like music, when I go into the studio, it's frequency. You're singing, you're releasing. I'm working on my throat chakra. Therefore, all of the energy is going through all of my body and I feel better. So that's why I'm sharing this, because I want you to feel better. This is what my podcast is all about, to give you tools to feel better, to be the best version of yourself today and every single day. And you're not going to get it right away. It's not going to feel right away. It takes time because you have to build that muscle of really believing what you're doing. But your hands, there's so much energy in your own hands, in touching and hugging and breathing and closing your eyes and connecting, that I'm telling you, if you start tapping into this, it can make you feel better almost instantly, the more and more that you do it. So I'm hoping that you guys at least try it or look more into it and do your own research. This is just a little suggestion and a passion of mine, and I wanted to share it. So thank you for listening, and come back next week for more. Te quiero mucho, and thank you for listening to Chiquis and Chill. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.